Hey everyone, this is Rachel, and today I'm here with a new scrapbooking process video. Thanks so much for joining me here, and I hope you enjoy. If you could flick me a thumbs up, that would be super awesome, and I would love it if you would become a subscriber. You can also click on the notification bell so you always know when I have a new video up. Alright folks, let's get going! Hey everyone, today I've got a super quick layout for you using a mix of products. I have from the Cooper line by Bella Boulevard, this one piece of paper, not this piece of paper, this is also Bella Boulevard. I bought the collection paper pad that corresponds with their cat line, which is called Chloe. And basically it has two-sided pattern paper. In one side is a tone-on-tone crosshatch, and one side is a tone-on-tone polka dot. Now, I also purchased one piece of paper from their Cooper line, which is their dog theme line, just because I loved all the different typeface work on that particular piece of paper. It's the only piece of paper I bought. I believe I saw Tisa use it on one of her videos, and I was like, oh, I love that paper. I've got to get that paper. So I'm also pulling into, from Simple Stories, their orange cardstock. Now, I've mentioned before, and I just like to say this is definitely thinner cardstock than, say, Basil. But I do love the richness of their colors, and I actually, when I'm doing stuff like this where I'm layering on a layout, I actually like the thinness of this particular cardstock versus what I prefer as a backing, which would be the Basil cardstock. So I'm going to go ahead and mat this photo with the cardstock. As you see, I ripped two strips of approximately 1.5-inch by 12. This is a photo of my dog, Sadie. Sadie is 17. She is a very old girl. This particular photo was taken by my nephew when he got a new iPhone. It has the portrait mode that you can use with your pets. Now, Miss Sadie is looking a bit ragged here. That is because this was taken when all of our groomers here in Connecticut were closed down. So she has since been groomed, hallelujah. So she is no longer a rag doll. She is a very pretty schnauzer once again. So what I have here is a vertical layering of my papers. I have this typography paper, as I said, from the Cooper line. Now, I glue it down with about slightly less than 1/2 inch, and I realize now I want a much larger chunk of this paper to be visible for my layout. It's in actuality a very simple layout. I'm letting the photo stand by itself because I do love this photo of her, and I'm letting the pattern paper do a lot of the work for this. I'm not going to embellish it very much. I'm going to keep the rest of it very simple because it's very pattern heavy. So I'm layering the two strips of orange that I tore on either side, and here I'm going to decide to ink all of my items up with Distress ink in Hickory Smoke. That's kind of my preferred inker, edging inker. It's kind of like a medium gray. And I'm such a dork. I forgot that I put glue on one side of that pattern paper, and I put it right down on the other paper. So thank heavens I managed to not rip that backing paper. Hallelujah. If I had, it would have been underneath where the other papers were going to go. So I'm inking up also these orange papers, as well as you saw, the mat to the photo, and then that typography pattern paper. Ms. Xanthi is deciding that she should be able to go up on my computer while I'm doing this, so sorry, I was a little bit distracted for a few seconds. So if you hear crinkling, that is her. Yeah, and that would be my caterpillar crop. Sorry, guys. Hold on. Well, that was fun. All right, everything's fine. It just fell to the ground. Luckily, nothing looks like it's broken, and everything looks like it's still running, so she doesn't have to die today. All right, I think she's upset that I'm making a layout about the dog and not about her. So she's decided to be obnoxious. Yay me. All right, I'm going ahead and adding glue to the back of this. Now, I use a lot of glue, but I have heard stories of people losing, looking back at their layouts and finding pieces at the bottom. So I do try to keep things well glued. I've never accused myself of being stingy with the glue. So you see here, this is the other side of that crosshatch piece of paper has the polka dots, and as I said, those are the they come in the colors of the lines, but they're just very basic. And I picked up the one for Chloe, which has gray and black and aqua and pink, and so I thought they were really cute. Anyway, moving on about this particular layout, I do pull out that label from Pretty Little Studio, and I like the contrast of that dark black, and it gives me some differentiation between the typography paper and where I'm going to put my journaling. I also pull out that epoxy flare from Scrap and Happy Studios, and now I've got, for part of my title, this foam word, and that is from Freckled Fawn. So I'm going to put the word loved across my photo, and then I'm going to add another word to it from another font as well. I'm going ahead and gluing down my label. I will say this particular layout I wanted to make because, as I mentioned, Sadie is 17. She's been in our lives now for, oh my gosh, probably close to 16 years. And she is just our angel. We love her. She is the sweetest dog. But we know, obviously, our time is running out. She is partially deaf. Actually, she is mostly deaf. She's partially blind. She does have health issues now. So I just wanted to make a layout talking about how much we just love her. We just think she is just the world's best dog, which I know most people feel about their dogs. So this is just an important layout for me to make. And when my nephew got this photo of her, it just seemed a really great way to do a personality layout about Sadie in her elderly years. So as you can see, I pulled out the word so. Those stickers are from Amy Tangerine's fall line. Half of them are black glitter and half of them are black holographic. And I love them. They're very cute. I then pull out, I have the Let's Wander line chipboard pieces from Vicki Boutin. Not because, obviously, this is a travel layout, but because it had the orange and I really wanted to look for orange embellishments. So I did pull out that flower, and I'm looking for something else orange, but the only thing there is that push pin, and that is definitely not going to work on this layout. I am one who can just kind of add random embellishments if they make sense in my brain, but first, I could not figure out a reason for the push pin. So instead, I add that arrow, and then I go to these Ellie Studio puffy hearts, and that is where I pull some orange in the upper part of the cluster where my title is, and then I pull in a little mini gray one down by my journaling. This was a really quick layout. As I said, I'm really letting my photo and the pattern paper do all the heavy lifting here. You know, I'm keeping the embellishments very simple. I'm actually going to do not quite a bit of journaling, but I am going to fill that journaling block. As I said, I wanted to chat about how much, you know, Sadie means to us. And that is actually going to complete my layout, except, do I add some high swap gold color shine? No, I don't think I do. That will finish off my layout. Hang out. If you keep on going, there will be still shots as well as a final photo of my layout, as well as a link at the end if you'd like to subscribe to my channel, and a link to another video if you want to watch another one of mine. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Have a wonderful day, everyone. Bye.